Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on your favorite channel, ORTM1. This is your program in English, English time. So now, let's go for the first stop, news. Economic issues and challenges in the IOS region. These issues were the focus of a meeting this week between the Minister of Industry and Trade and the private sector. The three countries want to pool their effort for the better economic growth. And the series of consultation by the committee drafting the preliminary draft of the Charter for Peace and National Reconciliation. A delegation led by the General Ilkay Altindak met the Minister of Defense and Veteran Colonel Sadio Kamara. The Turkey pledged to stand by Mali in the fight against terrorism. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on your favorite channel ORTM. This is the news for you. End of the series of consultation by the committee drafting the preliminary draft of Charter for Peace and National Reconciliation. The last consultations took place with the ministry in charge of reconciliation and territorial administration. The minute of the two meetings with Arjuma Tina and Angel Dambele.
After debating with force with it is in the Ministry of Decentralization that the Commission in charge of editing the reports in Peace and National Reconciliation put an end to its inclusive approach. Strategic department and heavily involved in the process, it was in Commission's duties to complete it was in the Ministry of Decentralization. Another strategic department fully involved in the peace process, the Ministry of Reconciliation, Peace and National Cohesion. The debate with Minister Wage and his team was an opportunity for the editorial committee to have an overview of everything that the Department of Reconciliation is striving for peace and national reconciliation. The commitment of the Departments of Reconciliation and that in charge of decentralization in terms of strategy in accordance with peace and reconciliation was welcomed by the editorial commission, which is waiting for their support within few days.
The Minister of Industry and Trade met with the private sector this week. They discussed economic issues and challenge in the IOS region. As you know, the three countries intend to pool their effort to achieve economic growth for the benefit of their population. The report with Kadiatou Kone and Angel Dambele.
Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger intend to join efforts to foster economic growth within the alliance but also to face economic challenges and other issues. Mali is already on this path by organizing this meeting between the Minister of Industry and Trade and the umbrella associations of the public and private sector. The challenges are more an opportunity for the Minister to remember the fields in which the three countries intend to develop together. At the same time, he urged all stakeholders to take particular interest in it. During the discussions, many proposals were made by the private sector to support the government of the Sahel States Alliance in their development plan and promised this support through their knowledge and skills. In order to capitalize on all this, a debate between ministers of industry and trade and the representatives of the private sector will be held very soon in Mali.
The chief of the General Staff of the Army Forces, Major General Umar Jara, surrounded by some of his colleagues, held a working session with a high-level delegation from the General Staff of the Army Forces of the Republic of Turkey. The delegation was led by Major General Ilkay Altindag. In the afternoon, the delegation met the Minister of Defense and Veteran Colonel Sadio Kamara. Turkey pledged to stand by Mali in the fight against terrorism. His Excellency Ife Ceylan, Ambassador of the Republic of Turkey in Mali, give us more detail about this meeting. Follow with Traoré and Angel Dambele.
Today we are visiting the high-level Turkish military delegations led by the Chief Staff Alkay. We are very happy to be welcomed by the Chief Staff of the armies. With all its delegations and colleagues, we are very delighted and we will have very important discussions for the development of military and security relationship between Turkey and Mali. It is a meaningful appointment, so there is always an idea to bring closer our two countries in the military and security field. Turkey always remains alongside Mali to support it in its fight against terrorism. That is to say, the fight against the problem of international terrorism. We are here to fight against terrorists in your country.
The Direction of Information and Public Relations of Armies, DIRPA, has just held its traditional monthly press conference on the country's security situation. This conference was dominated by the situation in Tinzawaten and the attack perpetrated against the peaceful populations of certain localities in the country. The report with Babli Touré and Ramata Ali Sisse.
The Director of Information and Public Relations of the Armed Forces DIRPA, Colonel Major, held a press conference on August 5, 2024. This exercise aimed to share with Major Men the true security situation in Mali for last July. Conference objectives: 1. Provide precise and verified information on the security situation. 2. Transparency. Strengthen the transparency of actions carried out by the armed forces. 3. Raise public awareness of current security challenges. Key points covered: attacks against civilians. The month of July was marked by attacks perpetrated against civilians population in several localities in the country. Security incidents. Several incidents, including ambushes, have been reported. Response from the armed forces. The Malian Armed Forces FAMA carried out operations to secure the affected areas and protect the populations. Examples of incidents: July 1, 2024, attack on the village of Jigibombo Bajangara. Provisional toll of 21 dead and several missing. July 2, 2024, harassment shooting towards Tilebi Waje on missing and cattle taken away. In conclusion, Colonel stressed the importance of collaboration between the armed forces and local populations to improve security and called for increased vigilance in the face of persistent threats.
The Ministry of Energy and Water and its financial partners such as the African Development Bank and the European Union are in the session in Bamako. They are conducting a midterm review of the implementation of PIDAC Mali, the Integrated Program for Development and Adaptation to Climate Change in the Niger Basin. The meeting will enable participants to identify the priority activities to be carried out. Batraore and Ramata Ali for the report.
The National Midterm Review Workshop of the Integrated Development and Adaptation to Climate Change program, which takes place in Bamako from August 5 to 9, 2024, is an essential step to evaluate the progress of the program. This event will review the actions implemented so far and identify the necessary adjustment to strengthen the effectiveness of the PIDACC. The meeting is likely to bring together key stakeholders in development and adaptation to climate change, providing a platform for exchange and sharing of experience. Evaluating progress will allow the impact of actions taken to be measured and areas requiring particular attention to be identified. Proposing strategic adjustment during this workshop is crucial to ensure that the PIDACC adequately respond to the challenges of climate change. By considering innovative solutions and adapting existing strategies, it's possible to improve the effectiveness of the program and ensure its relevance to current and future climate challenges. This workshop is a crucial step in ensuring that the PIDACC continues to respond effectively to the challenges posed by climate change and contribute to the sustainable development of the regions concerned.
This is all for today's news, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's go for the guest of the week. Welcome for the guest of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have two people, the exceptional people today. I will start by the young lady. Hello, young lady. How are you?
Good.
What is your name?
Fatoumata Doumbia.
Fatoumata Doumbia. And how old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
Okay. Welcome at and in this program, English Time.
Thank you.
And my second guest, he is Mr. Doumbia Shekumar. Mr. Doumbia, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Thank you for coming and to see you.
My pleasure. Thank you for the invite.
We will chat a little bit in English today. We are used to see you all the time in French or in Bambara, but today is in English.
Yeah, could be a tough exercise, but I'll try to manage.
So, Mr. Doumbia, can you present yourself, please?
Yeah, full name is Shekumar Doumbia, and I am president and founder of a youth organization called Youth for Change Mali, which later on opened the door for Youth for Change Africa, with its presence in almost about 27 African countries, and acting CEO of a firm called The Mind, where we do political engineering, institutional communication, advisory, and trainings. Yeah.
Yes. So today we will talk about two topics. I know this is your favorite, citizenship and corruption.
Definitely.
So what's your organization do for the citizenship in our country? What are you doing for our youth?
So we started out back in 2013, and at the time most of us were students, but abroad. And we were thinking on how to actually reinforce our impacts on the development of our country. So that's what we set as a goal. We said our goal is to maximize young people's impacts on Mali's development. So from that, I said, how do we maximize that impact? So first thing, you have to get to information and training. So young people have to have the right information, and they have to be trained to be able to participate actively in whatever situation they are. And we said, second of all, we need to actually, empower and promote youth leadership, whether it's young men, whether it's young women. Youth leadership could be key. So we know we had to work against a social barrier, because we are from a country where the younger you are, the useless people think you could be.
Your vision come from the vision of USA?
No, it doesn't come from there, but it helps.
Or it inspired you?
I've seen Americans, and I've seen how they love their country, and I've seen how they sacrifice pretty much everything for their country.
That's true.
And I tell people, I said, the biggest gift I've received from the U.S. is seeing how people fight for their country. If you could see it from your eyes and you see how sincere they are in their fight, we all want to be rich. So once we all want to be rich, and we've managed to think that the only way to get rich is through the states. And that's the worst conception of, financial, success, financial freedom that you could have. So I said, let's probably change how we view
our mind about
what's
corruption.
In our mind. Exactly. Because, for instance, if I have to be rich, and because I stole the money that was needed to build a hospital in a village 1,000 kilometers from Bamako, and I stole that money, how many young ladies die in the process of giving birth because the hospital isn't where it should be? If I take the money that's necessary to build the proper roads, how many people get in a car accident because the roads are not good? So by taking the money, you don't realize it right away, but all of those people that are in that corruption mindset are actually killing people. And in good numbers, huge numbers of them.
That puts you to say that the people doesn't like their country.
Yeah, Gandhi said it better than me. He said, if once you love your country, you love each and every one of your
I,
countrymen.
I will come to you, but this question of corruption interested our young lady, Fatoumata. So we will talk about we are talking about corruption today.
Okay.
What do you think about corruption?
I think that corruption is a little bit strange because people steal money that they're used to do something that important for the country, but they steal it. They're not a good people.
Yes, that is not a good people. And what do you think we have to do against corruption?
We have to talk to the president, to talk to everybody to stop doing that.
Oh, nice. But I don't know if the Mr. Doumbia is agree with you, Mr. Doumbia.
Yeah. Well, that's a start. At her age, it's definitely important to have the right role model.
Yeah.
And to have the right person showing you the right behaviors. So, and I understand she thinks that president should show the way. So president should show the way, tell people, okay, we shouldn't do this. And then we'll go a next step further and say, okay, if president shows the way, president should actually put together a mechanism that keeps people from stealing. When you're at home and your parents want you to eat less candy, you know how they hide the candy and they put it places you can't reach it?
Yeah.
That's exactly what the president should do. So we should put our money, the Malian people's money, in places where people can steal it.
My next question is the citizenship, the good citizenship.
Yeah.
I think the founder of everything is to be a good citizenship. And you are working for that.
Yeah.
For you for change, mind. So she is here. She's 9 years old. And what can you do? In 20 years, she will be maybe a leader.
Yeah.
And what do you want to be when you grow up?
Doctor.
Doctor?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I want to feel better peoples in the country.
Okay, nice. And what do you think about a good citizen?
A good citizen.
For you?
Don't insult.
Don't insult.
Don't smoke.
Don't smoke.
Don't insult his parent.
Don't insult his parents.
Listen to everybody.
Yeah.
And don't throw things in the road. And take care of your parents.
Oh, nice.
Good start.
Nice. Good. It is a good.
Start.
Yes. Thank you, Fatmata. And I will ask to, maybe it will be the last question. I will ask Mr. Doumbia. Mr. Doumbia, the citizenship. I don't need to ask you what is the citizenship when I saw what you do now for youth. But what is the action we have to do more to make the people good?
I mean, the really good thing is we have to come to the realization that we need to have a safe ground for correct behavior. We need to promote those who do the right thing. We need to create a space where people can come and understand what it means to be a Malian.
I heard that you tell us now that you learn you study at the USA, and today has a political man in Mali, and for all your vision, who is behind you?
Nobody has.
Nobody is behind you.
No one.
Okay.
And I proudly
Everything
say that.
are you doing is coming from your bottom of your heart.
It is me. It is me and only me and God in the way. I mean, people have helped me. People have teach me stuff, and I'm grateful for that. A lot of people from a lot of different countries. I've been to many countries and I've learned. I've been to the U.S., I've been to Holland, been to England. I've been places and over 20 countries, and I've learned from people. And I think that's the best gift you can give someone. in the U.S., I had the chance to work for the political party, of course, and Republican, by the way.
You are Republican?
Yes,
Okay.
indeed. But I receive no type of financial or material resource from anyone, nobody, and
Okay.
I don't want it. It's not like I can't have it. I can easily file for projects and funding, and I know projects. What I'm doing could get a lot of funding, and I know people who are getting funding are not doing a better job
That's true.
whatsoever.
That's true.
But why we don't do it? Because I'm trying to rebuild our own product.
Mata, your nickname is BBT. I like to call you BBT.
Yeah.
So we are at the end of this program.
Okay.
What do you tell to the kids like you to learn English? Because you learn your English at home with your sister, right?
Yeah.
And what do you tell to the kids like you about English?
I will
For
tell
you and
I will tell them to work a lot at school, get proud their parents, have a lot of A plus, and listen to their parents.
Good,
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
And you tell me that when you grow up you will be doctor.
Yeah.
What do you want to practice like as a doctor?
I want to be pet doctor.
You want to take care of kids?
Yeah.
Pediatrician?
No.
Yeah, nice, very nice. What do you think about her, Mr. Doumbia?
I'm like impressed. And
She has her place in Mali?
oh, she does. Definitely. she gave me a lot of hope today.
Yes.
Usually people look at me and say, "You're giving us hope," and I found somebody who's giving me hope. you know.
Okay.
I know there will be a better generation right after us. So
Yes.
you
In
just gotta
20
keep up.
years.
Yeah, in 20 years. Yeah.
Yes, in 20 years.
Don't lose yourself and don't be too harsh on yourself. Leadership is it's a very tough position. It requires a lot of you, but don't be harsh. Life is about making mistakes and learning from them. Every time you make one, learn from it. That's the only goal there is, and move forward. And whatever happened, keep your head up and remain focused on where you're going.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your last word to of both of you? I will start by Fatmata. BBT, what is your last word?
My last word is kids, take care of your parents.
Oh, nice. And you say just a little hi to your family, to sisters?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to say thank you to my mom and my dad and my sister and my brother to take care of me.
Oh, nice. Nice. And you, Mr. Doumbia, what is your last word in this?
First of all, I want you to go home and tell your sister to call me, because if she can teach kids English like that, we might need her to start a program. That's something we would want.
Yeah.
Second thing, the last thing is, we should really love the country with all our heart. No matter what. Like today, there is a lot of things that are happening that I'm not in line with. I don't really agree with, but that doesn't have to change anything on how you love your country.
And your vision.
Yeah, I've seen people, because they are mad at the president, they ask for the country to just, we should destroy everything. We want to destroy everything because we are not happy with the current situation.
We have to build.
But I have to tell people, no distraction, no battling, just construction.
And building, just it's the same.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Doumbia, you are the CEO of Youth for Change. Thank you
My
very
pleasure.
much
My
to be
pleasure.
here for the youth and for us. Thank you for what are you doing for youth, Malian youth. Fatmata,
Yes.
thank you very much. You say hi to your wonderful family.
Yes.
Okay.
They're the best.
Indeed.
I like that. So this is the end of our program English Time on your favorite channel ORTM1. Thank you and see you next weekend. God bless Mali and God bless you too. Bye.